What is going on, everybody? It is Tuesday, June 16th, 2015. RavensNewsPost.com for all your latest pro wrestling and MMA news that you need to know. It is early this Tuesday morning, and we're talking a little bit of news here. We're talking about a little CM Punk, and actually a story that I just broke on RavensNews.com. WWE has updated their live event advertisements, and they have Seth Rollins defending his World Heavyweight Championship against Roman Reigns. John Cena versus Kevin Owens, Dolph Ziggler versus Sheamus, and as of today, the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey, on July 17th. 2015, which is 2 nights before the WWE Battleground pay-per-view. They have added Dean Ambrose versus King Barrett. So, following last night's edition of Raw, where we pretty much found out that Dean Ambrose does not have an opponent, it looks like that is the direction that they're going. Now, maybe not. Maybe they're just doing this as kind of a hold. They have about 5 weeks or so before that Battleground pay-per-view takes place. So, of course, they can change that. But that looks like what they're doing for Dean Ambrose. As you've seen in the title, which is kind of the hook of this show, CM Punk did an interview with John Anik and Kenny Florin on their pilot episode of their podcast on Monday afternoon, which is pretty good. I would recommend you going out of your way and checking that out just because of the Punk interview. But if you like those two guys, or you want to hear a little bit more of UFC talk, John Anakin is awesome on that podcast. So go out there and check it out. But anyway, they added Punk to their kind of lineup. And he was talking about, the passing of WWE Hall of Famer Dusty Rhodes, who passed away, unfortunately, on Thursday at the age of 69, which is very unfortunate. And he had a lot of good things to say about Dusty, but also he talked about his UFC debut. Obviously, because they're UFC guys, they worked for the promotion, they worked for Fox. They're going to talk about that, of course. And basically he said that, while he's ready to get in there, he's learning as much as he can. And if 2016 is the earliest that he can get in the octagon, then that's going to be fine. And he also joked about, his accountant's all right with it as well due to tax reasons. But I'm sure Mr. Punk and his large bank account from his days in World Wrestling Entertainment can pay for those taxes. So, it looks like, and everything that I've heard, not only from sources, but interviews at Punk and Duke, his coach, I should say, have said that, 2016 is pretty much when you should expect CM Punk to step into the octagon. Punk has no MMA background. Of course, he's been a pro wrestler since, I think, the age of 17. So we'll see on that. I think 2016 is good. That gave him, about a year to get prepared for his Octagon debut. So we'll see how he does. I'm a little skeptical of how his first fight will be, especially in the UFC. They always joke about, well, there's no easy fights in the UFC. Well, you're going to have to give Punk a little bit of an easy fight, don't you think? However, we'll see how that goes. RavensNewsPost.com is where you can read that interview. He talked about that. He talked about training with Rashad Evans, Luke Rockhold, some other MMA fighters as well. So it's a pretty good piece. Go check it out, RavensNewsPost.com. Since we're talking on this Tuesday, WWE tapes SmackDown and main event from Buffalo, New York at the First Niagara Center. They are coming out of the post Money in the Bank episode of Raw, which I thought was pretty solid. Of course, 3 hours is too long, but we say that every Monday night now, don't we, on Twitter? And it was okay. Brock Lesnar returned. If you want to hear a review of that show, go on YouTube. There's 1,000 other podcasts. I really don't feel the need to review that show. A couple other news. David Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer, he appeared on, as I'm reading this, I have to go back and fix something. During the Wrestling Observer Radio with Brian Alvarez, that website, he stated during a Q&A session with fans that they usually do at the end of the shows that the reason WWE stopped using former World Heavyweight Champion Christian was because of his concussion issues and the fact that they did not want to invest any more time nor money into a guy who basically gets concussions every month or so, which is unfortunate for him. He's about 40. He may be 41 now. But at the end of the day, looks like his days as an in-ring competitor are over. Basically, the question was asking if they thought that he would, Christian meaning that he would come back for a retirement match, possibly at WrestleMania or at SummerSlam. Who would it be? Blah, 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 blah. Pretty much a fantasy booking kind of thing. And basically, Meltzer said, you know what, due to the concussions, that kept Christian out of in-ring competition, but it did not stop him from a potential comeback. So look out for that. That basically wraps up this quick little podcast. We'll see how the numbers do. RavensNewsPost.com will have live spoilers, main event, and SmackDown tonight. We have Raw results up on there. All your latest news from the world of professional wrestling and mixed martial arts is there. And I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday morning. This is Andrew Ravens, owner, operator, and editor of the RavensNewsPost.com. Wishing you a very good day.